Hi, I'm Esther Lee Cruz with LinkedIn Talent Solutions, here with Glen Cathey, SVP of Strategy and Innovation at Kforce. Glen, thanks so much for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
What is your recommendation for teams who want to upskill themselves in passive candidate recruiting?
I believe some teams could be split, and in fact, an ideal, depending on the size of the company, I think an ideal talent acquisition team would be split between people that handle inbound folks. So those are folks that handle applicants, people that are responding to jobs and sending in their information as a direct interest in becoming an employee of the company. And then you split that with people that you might call sourcers, that they don't work with any applicants. All they do 100% of the time is look for people that are not applying and try to reach out to them and recruit them into applicants. And why I think that's very effective is you get a division of labor and you make sure that they're not really crossing paths. You know, one team is working with applicants, one team is working with non-applicants. That also makes sure that you get, I think, more diversity, because instead of just waiting for people to come to you, that's only you could argue 15% or less of the workforce is actually going to ever come to you and your organization. You want another team to focus their time specifically, and you could argue it's the deeper end of the talent pool, the other 85% of people that will never take a single effort to try to find a job, let alone apply to yours. And that's why you want to have, it's kind of like total talent acquisition. You're looking at both sides, the active and the non-active. And to me, that would be the perfect mix. In terms of skills, certainly sourcing skills. People that are handling applicants don't really have to worry about going out to find people because they're so used to the incoming flow of candidates. When you're looking for passive candidates, they're not coming to you, so you have to be very good at searching. So leveraging tools like LinkedIn, and with the vast amount of data that LinkedIn has, information retrieval skills are really important. And then I would say second to that, but technically a little bit more important, would be your messaging skills, your engagement skills. How, once you've found these individuals that you think might be potential matches for your organization, how do you get them to respond when the last thing from their mind is, I need to talk to a recruiter? So certainly the searching and then the engagement skills.
How do you think recruiting has changed or will change in the next 5 to 10 years?
I would say that it's going to be increasingly data-driven. The vast majority of companies have yet to really start to embrace data as a strategic asset in talent acquisition. And so I would say you're going to see a lot more machine learning being leveraged to start generating insights from data that previously couldn't be done. The development of what they call expert systems, again, using a little bit of artificial intelligence powered by really good functional users, people in talent acquisition. But I think it is going to go a little bit more money ballish in terms of people looking for undervalued skills and traits, I would say, that would lend themselves to people being, it comes down to probability. So who can we identify that would have a higher probability of being a successful employee in our organization? There's going to be data points that we can start leveraging. It can even be done today, but I would say increasingly more in the future, where you can leverage data to actually start predicting those things. And to me, that's very exciting.